Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to GPR round 10 today, uh, Netherlands. And Wolsey currently P2 in the championship, Melon P1. His teammate, I think, has a race ban, and that is, of course, going to ruin the championship for him. Pass. For now, we're just waiting for the rest of the drivers to join the lobby. That might take a bit longer, and once that has happened, we will have a full quality day because we have two people joining. One of them I know being on, and that makes it a full quality today with 17 drivers racing. Let's take a look at the what is it called again? Standings. So currently leading the standings, Melon out of Wolsey, Max Fan having a ban from the race. Jamie direct then behind Max Fan, although they all have quite a big gap between each other. As we can now finally, after what feels like years, ready up. Now, all of the drivers are currently loading in. After that, they will have to select their tires, and so Joseph got a quali ban. I'll just wait for the first driver to drive out of the pits. And that is seemingly being Wildstorm today. And it is Wildstorm indeed. He will be the first driver out on track, but of course that does not mean that he's also going to be the first driver to set a lap. Zandvoort, of course, being a very tricky circuit to master, with its long sweeping corners, and especially after the second DRS straight, this corner where Watson is going through right now, it is very easy to invalidate. Just go and turn in a bit early, and the lap is instantly invalidated. So is the second last corner. If you go a bit wide there, the lap's instantly gone. As Wildstorm so far, Skepta's lap valid, and he's probably just trying to for now settle up on the timing board, and his second lap will hopefully also be valid, but of course if it's not, he has this lap to fall back onto. But of course, with track evolution, you always want to be the last one out on track to have the best evolution, the biggest advantage over your fellow drivers. So that of course is Wildstorm done with his lap. Someone that is interesting to look at for now is Volsey. Volsey being basically the fastest driver that is actually doing something. Right now, as long as no one else is joining, there is basically no Q1 because Jadov of course has that quali ban, and everybody else is gonna be through then, as long as no one else is joining at least. Yeah, Leo, for example, setting a lap on Inters only, which does make sense with him not really needing anything else to get through. And but of course, we'll say retire. It's not supposed to be raining today, so that will also not be an issue. As I'm also noticing that Wolsey is actually shifting quite late all the time. That might also just be a thing of network connection, but at least from what I can see, he does just shift up quite late. As as Joseph, even though he has a quali ban, is out on a lap. He's not supposed to, for everything that I know of, but he still is. I'm very confused about why Joseph is out. He's just gonna get another quali ban, I'm pretty sure. And he might even get a bigger penalty for ignoring the quali ban. Although he is not using any energy, but like, actually he has also just invalidated. But on a quali, with a quali ban, you shouldn't even go out as far as I know. So that is very strange, I'd say. Although he might have just done a lap to actually save a setup, that might also be a possibility. But also high kick as well. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Joseph did a lap there, but it might have just been to save a setup. Well, somebody that has not done a lap yet and is about to do one is SV Abst, and he is gonna start his lap now. Going to the last bank corner, and nope, he is not starting his lap, he is instantly going to the pits. He is in fact not starting his lap. Strange, but he will have a reason for it. Also, high Wildstorm. As actually no, Mr. Mine might nope. Mr. Mine is also just going into the pit lane with low fuel, so he's not on lap either. Yes, I think Ryan is gonna actually start a set now, and he hasn't done a lap yet. He needs one to be ahead of Joseph. Everybody needs to set a lap to be ahead of Joseph. Otherwise, you'd not be classified. You'd not be getting out of Q1. That's what I meant. Also, hi Lila. Obviously, for Q1 at least, there's no one that I think is gonna get knocked out because there isn't enough people to. as Ryan actually sets a lap that is very respectable, 109.6. That gets him behind his teammate, and although Leo has just beaten him, but of course Leo is in a Red Bull, it is looking good for both mine and Ryan. Although I currently, at least for as long as it's not for confidence, I don't understand why you do more than one lap. Uh, as long as no one else is joining, and I haven't seen anybody trying to join at the moment, at least. So yeah, Sean's also very tired already, and as long as is not gonna join in the next, I'd say like 3 or 4 minutes, they are gonna be safe. As I think Jamie, yep, Jamie is not running out of fuel, so Jamie's actually gonna try and do his lap. So is Focuser. Well, both of them not set a lap yet. Both of them still have to, of course, set a lap to get out of Q1. Although, of course, this is not really the really interesting part of qualifying yet. For now, there's a whole lot of nothingness to fight for. As Ryan has also retired from the session, of course, he does not have to do anything anymore. He is just incredibly safe already. Jamie is apparently, according to the game, has set a purple middle sector, although I am not quite so sure about that one. But Jamie is gonna go over the line to go P3 behind his teammate. That's exactly where he needs to be, and he will have finished his qualifying as well. As Focuser is, ooh, he has crashed and lost front wing, lost parts of his front wing, which means that's going to be replaced, and that is money not so well spent for the Alpine team. I'm pretty sure he just got it all wrong on the traction and tried to stick it and lost it because of that. He had crashed into the barrier. So that is him quickly needing a front wing replacement. After that, of course, he can go back out and do one last lap, one last run. As Jamie also ran out of fuel, but as yeah, Mr. Mine and Powertrain are both still on outlaps. Well, no, Powertrain is on his lap actually, and I'm pretty sure they're just doing it to annoy other people because there's basically no other reason for why anyone would. As Powertrain is in the last sector now, he is gonna go into the second last in our last corner. He is gonna stay close to the inside of the banking and go basically in the direct middle of the track, and that will bring him up to P5, the 1095, although he of course did not need that improvement. Yes, no. Focuser says to set a single lap time, and we are done with Q1. Question is just, will Focuser manage to set that single lap time? As actually just quickly wants an invite, I will give him that once I see him. Yes. Yes, Focuser is gonna go into the last sector now. He's gonna finally complete his lap, and that is him out of Q1, and that means will start last and Joseph second last. Also, hi Powertwan. I hope I said that name correctly. Let's just hope he's finally gonna take the flag focuser, and that is Q1 over. As yeah, Melon fastest, and we'll see. P2, P3 is by Jamie, and P4 by Leo. Of course, Joseph being out, does not is not going to be attending because otherwise he would be in the McLaren. So now we're just gonna wait for the first few people to go out. This time it's gonna be an actual contest about who actually gets knocked out and who can continue. It's Please Control Tom, who is the first one to go out. As now, Please Control Tom is starting his lap, going into turn 1 now. Got the epic ever well, starting to cup slightly here on both the insides. That is quite a special line through that banked corner, fully down this basically straight section. Not even a lift here, although a downshift. He did downshift there. Also not a lift, although he seems to be using his downshift as lifts. Of course, it's a breaking point here, and DRS active for him. He is gonna... He does not have a great first 2 sectors, I'd say. So let's see where he can finish in the end. Tom only gets a 109.7, while Jamie just directly behind him sets a 109.1. Leo behind Jamie sets a 109.3, as the Ups sets a 109.7 as well, just like Tom did. Although Sean seems to not be on pace. Actually, no, that is not even not on pace. That is not even close. 121.9. He will have abandoned his lap. Ria sets a 110.7. Was? Ja. Möchte ich nicht. As Melon had also just gone fastest, and it seems to be like another dominant Melon pole with Volsey only saying 109.1. As Volsey's also just hopped over the curb there and invalidated his in-lap, although of course that didn't matter really. as Ryan is also actually on his lap. He is just completing Sector 2, entering Sector 3 now. He almost invalidated his lap there. Luckily for him, he didn't. There's a yellow flag ahead of him that must be a Williams running out of fuel. That is a typical sight to see. Wolsey has already retired, thinking that will be enough the lap. And, Ryan set a 104.8. 109.487. Sorry. Spanker is also about to finish lap. He usually isn't the best qualifier of everybody, so this lap might not be very. That level's almost knocking him out already. 109.7. That with that lap, he will most likely not go into Q3. I would say safe is probably Leo, and from Leo downwards, everything can still be knocked out. Everyone can still be knocked out. As Rhea is seemingly, yeah, he's going out again. He obviously needs the improvement, being knocked out at the moment. As Mr. Mines actually also not set a lap time yet, so he'll have to do that soon as well. As an Alpine has just started his lap, that is Beast Control Tom. Actually, no, he's just finished it, not started it. Seemingly, it wasn't a big improvement. It might have been a small one, but definitely not a big one. As I have unfortunately been kicked out of the session. Obviously, I'll have to rejoin it then. Although from someone else that is commenting, I have heard that I can get around the bug of be needing to be in a race car then at the start. As far as I know, I can get around that. By simply just pressing F2, and that should do the trick. So we are actually just instantly being thrown on board with Powertran. He has already settled up, I'm pretty sure. So we can just simply go back to Ralph, who's actually just done his lap, although not enough of an improvement to even bring him up as a position. I am pretty sure him and Sean are going to be out. Alright, I am. There is, of course, a possibility that Sean is gonna go for it again. Although I'm not quite so. Oh, yeah, okay. I might see where the time loss comes from. The time loss might come from a severe skill issue. So let's look at Mr. Mine instead. Mr. Mine yet to set a lap time. In Q1, he was directly ahead of his teammate. So let's see what he can manage now. As Mr. Mine goes over the line to be in P4 with a 109.2. Very, very good lap from him. I am pretty sure he will be happy about that one. As his teammate actually just beat him with a 109. Although I am pretty sure this is not how it's supposed to look. Yeah, I guess he's just in the pits. Let's go and look at a different driver. Focuser currently on his lap. He will. This might be his last run if he doesn't have enough fuel for another one. So Focuser also has abandoned his lap, although he has one more try now before the session runs out. Session time. As Sean has also retired, same for Ra. Focuser has invalidated, so those are almost likely going to be out. Although someone that might not be out is Wildstorm. Wildstorm getting himself out of Q2, seemingly for good. Although Banta and Illyrian might still beat him. Although Focuser does not seem like he will. So yeah, Powerman has retired, it seems like, because of contact. So that is very, very bad for him. So now Banter is going through the final corner of the lap. Is it going to be the final corner of this qualifying? That is the question he will answer now. P10 only. P10 only. So he can be beaten by everyone behind him. Although Tom has let go, so has Focuser. So it's basically Illyrian versus Banter, who's gonna be out in Q2. Illyrian, who has had a very great qualifying in Spa, also a very great race, he is out. So that is Banter into Q2. Actually, for once, as the only Mercedes as well. Oh, okay. So seemingly Powertman got impeded and thought he was out. So he didn't actually DNF. So we're just waiting for Tom uh, to be registered in the pit lane. And that is it. So out in Q2, Peace Control Tom, Illyrian Focuser, Ra, and Sean. Of course, Jada also being out. Currently, it is looking like Melon is gonna dominate this race. Melon currently P1 again in front of Ryan this time. Very great qualifying, quality 2 for him. Jamie Volsey, Mr. Mine, as we Alps, Leo, Partwan, Wildstorm, and Banter. No grid penalties given out for now for blocking or anything. So that will not change anything. As now we're going on to Q3. As we're just waiting for everybody to figure out when they want to go out, figure out the tires. And the Red Bull is out first. This time it's Leo. Leo in the Red Bull, who has had a very decent qualifying at least, is going out. Alright. Leo will be the first one to start his lap as well. And we can really see how bumpy that last corner is in the outside view. This track for us is very difficult to drive as well. The last corner on some setups can be very difficult. You can spin out on some setups, although Leo currently seems to be struggling with some front locking, as we just saw. As Leo so far, apart from a few front lockups, hasn't had any major mistakes. So this lap should be pretty representative of how fast he really is. And it is a 1091, 109011. That is a very fast lap time, although Jamie set an even faster lap time with a 1089. As the Abst sets a 109911. And is with that obviously slower than his teammate. Mr. Mine also going over the line now. P3 for him, although he instantly gets replaced by Powertwan, who is P3 now. And Voltsy has got rid of his teammate and is now occupying the top step with a 1085. And let's see, will Dana go for another lap? Nope, he is going to the pit lane and abandoning the plans for one more lap. Although someone that might not even need a second lap is Melon, who has been rapid basically every session from now already. So let's see if he can replicate that again. Takes perfect lines. He's just got a really good car, and he's a great driver as well. And a combination that just makes him basically unbeatable. Unlike his teammate, he also does basically not make any mistakes. And that of course helps. As Mellor sets a 1084.82, that is a lap time that might, apart from Wolsey, be unbeatable. Wolsey might beat him, although still very unlikely. The rest of the people basically can't beat him. As he's also running a bit wide. Doesn't really matter though. As Wildstorm is almost done with his lap as well. That will be the first lap. He will get on the timing board in Q3 with just under 6 minutes to go. Wildstorm gets a 1096, and that brings him up into P7. As Ryan also goes into the pit lane. So basically, for a bit, the only driver out is gonna be SV up. So into turn 1 SV goes. I don't know why it's making these kind of noise, although SV app seems to at least have gotten it done better than last time, the first sector. And yep, 3 turns up, almost 3.5 actually, will definitely help him, as Wildstorm has retired, probably used up all his tire sets, and he can't go faster anymore. Almost 5 turns up now, although he has made a mistake and a tank slapper, and that cost him everything because this lap is invalid now. That means he'll have to go back into the pit lane and get more fuel, get more everything for a new lap, because this one isn't gonna be it. Yes, he also sped slightly in the pit lane. Power Twin locked up his rears there, yep, and he's gone wide and instantly also aborts his lap, and that's gonna be it for his quali, I'm guessing. Although he might still have enough fuel to make another run. At least enough ERS he does have. And it seems like that's exactly what he's doing. Another run. He's accelerating once again for the straight. He might actually have some traffic though, although hopefully everybody gets out of the way well. First Ferrari did, second Ferrari may not though. So let's see if they're gonna get out of the way for Power. He might actually have a little bit of an advantage here if he just gives him some slipstream of the Ferrari here. Although now he will have the disadvantage with dirty air. Yeah, through the entire middle sector he's just gonna have Ferrari sticking in front of him, which just of course will give him loads of dirty air. He's almost, yeah, he's almost crashed into the Ferrari actually. That will not help his time at all. He's actually still almost 2/10 up. That means you can really see how much time was in that lap, how much time he couldn't gain out of the lap. So, Power is now on his final few meters of Q3. What's it gonna be? A 109.2, and that is about a 2/10 improvement for Power, who is sitting in P5 and can no longer defend himself. As Volti almost drifts through this middle section, just gets get a bit more rotation. Actually takes quite a lot of exit curb there, and is now entering sector 3, 1/10 down on his delta. And I'm pretty sure that will be it already for him. As long as he hasn't made any kind of mistakes in the last sector, he will not beat him. He will not beat Melon. As nope, Volsi is just about slightly up, and that means Melon will most likely have pole position here. Although by how much, that will still be determined. As he now goes onto this final straight of the qualifying. He set a 108.3, and that is him setting the record straight of him being P1. As SV Ups is also almost spun into the barrier, luckily managed to save it before doing so. So we'll have our top 10 for the race, with Melon being P1, P2 goes to Volsey, P3 to Leo, P4 to Jamie, P5 to Mr. Mine, P6 to Banter, P7 to SV Apps, P8 to Ryan, P9 to Power1, and P10 to Wildstorm. Of course, Melon being alone without a teammate now, he will basically not outscore the Ferraris at all. As we are just waiting for the drivers to rally up, and once they've done so, we can start the race. Now, finally, it is the 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it is lights out, and away we go. Melon gets a decent start, although Volsey's already alongside him. Volsey's gonna try and dive at him down into turn 1. Volsey has the lead ahead of Melon, and behind him Leo defends from Jamie. Mr. Mine P5. But the big thing is Volsey has got ahead. Melon on medium tires though. So he will try to go for the long game. Volsey gained a position. As there's fighting going on between Banter and SV Abs. Banter trying to defend his position, although SV Abs has already gotten past him now. As at the front it seems like Melon is already holding Leo up a bit, and at the back there is Ryan, who's aggressively defending from Power1. Power1 trying to go along around the outside of Ryan, and he's done so. So currently biggest gainer of the start, Joseph, with 3 positions gained. Biggest loser of the start being both Illyrian and Focuser. As there's also a yellow flag, and that's Noel Z, who's spun and also crashed, ripped a bit of his front wing off, so he has had a coming together with the barrier, so he'll have to fix that. Now SV Abst, I'm pretty sure, and Mr. Mine are have just had a battle. Yeah, SV Abst coming out on top. As the Abs actually went over the curb, and his floor set on the ground, so he slid wide. That's gonna maybe give Banter an option to get past him again, as Mr. Mine's already done so. Nope, Banter stays behind SV Abst for now, so it is SV Abst directly behind Mr. Mine. Mr. Mine, although seemingly being slower than Abst, as we can also take a look at the tires. Most are on mediums, although some are on softs, and Illyrian and Focuser are on hards. As I also just saw Powertwan had run wide and set on a curb, although it seems like he has recovered without losing any kind of time. As Leo is actually gone past Melon, I did not see how that happened. Uh, although he is now outside of the second of Voltzy as well. So Voltzy is not giving him any DRS. As Melon's actually lost a lot of time. He's almost 3 seconds behind the leading pack. I'm not quite sure what happened, but maybe he's also ran on a curb, as Powertwan has also retired himself in the pit lane. As this entire pack seems to be held up by Rhea, and as Mr. Mine has also made a mistake, he's ran wide just like the other people did on the curb, and that cost him the DRS to the train ahead and loads of positions. And that means that Rav might actually get the DRS here. Yes, he does. As Jamie makes it a Ferrari 1-2 by overtaking Leo. Although this train behind Rav seems to still be there, as Focuser goes for a very opportunistic dive bump on Illyrian, although he seems to pull it off. No, Illyrian fights back. Is he gonna leave enough space to live? Yes, he is. So Focuser is still there, and he's gonna try to go down the inside here. No, he isn't. As actually Illyrian has outbraked himself, so he'll have to let Focuser pass, which he does, and that is Focuser past Illyrian. As Leo has also just gone past Jamie. Leo now up into P2 again. As Sean just ramming into the barrier there. He's got everything messed up quite a lot. I wonder if he might just retire now. As there's also the Mercedes of Joseph, who's got spun out, I think. Let's see. I think he also has front wing damage. Yes, he does. He no longer has any kind of end plates left. And that is probably him out. Yes, he just retired straight up. Even though you're not supposed to on track, he did. And that is him out of the session. No, Jamie gets back past Leo. Both of them, although being caught by Melon. As Ra also gets a 10-second time penalty and retires from the race. As now Brandon is also directly behind Ryan, and he is gonna go for it around the outside. He pulled the move off. That's a very good move, and he's ahead. Although Ryan, of course, has the DRS on the next straight, and he might just get back past them again. Ryan opens his DRS. Yeah, that is quite a small gap only. Although if Banter deploys enough ERS, he might stay ahead. Let's see, is Ryan gonna go for it? No, he's not. He's gonna choose to stay behind for now. Although Focuser has overtaken Leorin. As you can really see what kind of train this is directly behind Banter, up to Tom, all of them within a second of each other. Yes, now I'm wondering if Ryan is gonna try and go for it now. Yes, he's already basically alongside on the main straight, and he is passed before the end of the straight. No, I think that's Sean who's binged it again. Yes, he has. And he's almost getting lapped already after only 10 laps in the race. Indeed, actually. That is Volty coming up directly behind them. Let's hope that Sean doesn't hold him up or anything. As actually Melon has caught up to the pack in front, and as soon as he's caught up, he's also passed them both already. And that is Melon back into P2. And that is going to be very scary to see for Volty. As that is a Red Bull. Is it SV Abs? No. Then it must be Leo. Who has... No. Who is that? Is it Illyrian that has spun out then? The RB. Yes, it is. Leon spun out, although he is back on track now, but only with front wing damage. So Leon with front wing damage, half a front wing missing, he will have to go and replace that. Yes, Jamie is actually keeping up with Melon for now. And Sean spat in the pit lane and has retired from the race. And who was that? That was a Red Bull wins. No, that is Leo. How is. Okay, no. I'm very confused about what just happened. Did he just appear or did it just look like that? Probably just looked like that. I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Technology is now going to pass Illyrian as well. Uh, while Illyrian is in the pits to repair his front wing. As we ups is actually also heading into the pit lane to fit some new tires. As Leo, just like his teammate, is also going to pit lane now. And getting a new fresh set of tires. That might actually help him undercut Melon and Jamie, although Melon of course is on mediums. Actually no, Jamie's also on mediums, I've literally just seen. So I'm actually wondering why Voltsy is staying out when Melon has basically caught up to him. As just as I said that, Voltsy is in the pits. And onto new fresh mediums. He is going to try to finish the race on them. Show tires please. Yes, of course. So we've got basically everybody on mediums apart from Wildstorm who's on softs within the top 7. Then we've got Wolsey of course just pitted new mediums. We've got Leo just pitted new mediums. Focuser on old hards. We've got SV Ups on 2 lap old hards. Illyrian on 2 laps old softs. And Technologies on 13 lap old softs. As Wolsey is also just going down the inside of Mr. Mine. Doesn't want to lose any time behind him. And he is ahead. That is Wellstorm actually in the pits as well. Uh, and he has switched onto a brand new set of mediums. Technology has got the first 3-second time penalty from anyone that has DNF'd yet. As Melon and Jamie are in the pits at the same time. Garages basically next to each other. Both of them are gonna go onto new tires. Both of them are seemingly going onto hards. And let's see where they're gonna come out. Definitely behind Wolsey, that is for sure. They're gonna come up directly behind this ginormous train. That might have been a mistake for both of them. They will have to clear the traffic from Leo and Mr. Mine. So there's actually some quite nice moves going on between them. Leo put a very good switchback on Mr. Mine, who is also now defending from Melon. Technology has got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I would not be surprised if he was to just retire. As Volsey has set the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:11.1. And Melon just dive bombed Mr. Mine. Mr. Mine giving away to him. Although now directly behind Melon is Jamie trying to get past Mr. Mine as well. Mr. Mine puts up a bit more of a fight, but he has to eventually succeed. That is also now the race leader, who's caught up to this train of cars that have not pitted yet, and he's of course going to try and use all his overtake to get past the Ferrari driver, seemingly managing to. Yes, he will get past both of them in turn 1. He's ahead. Well done. As Melon has already gone past Leo as well. Unfortunately for Ferrari though, Jamie has not. As Tom, having a very good race so far, has just got a 10-second time penalty for himself. because he went too fast into the pit lane, and that will ruin his race. As Leo is actually staying with Melon somehow, and Banter has got 3 seconds, while Illyrian seemingly has spun once again, and once again the front wing of the AlphaTauri is damaged, of the V-Carb. As, oh wow, that's Leo who's went into the barrier. I think he spun on the exit curb and crashed into the barrier, costing him the front wing. That makes his race gone, basically. This is... he's gonna have to travel an entire lap with half a front wing, and then also replace it. That, of course, clears Jamie, who would have otherwise had to still overtake him. And he can now focus on hunting down Melon instead. As there's still a really large traffic jam directly behind what was Wildstorm, although now it is no longer Wildstorm because Ryan and Banta have just overtaken him. His technology has got another 3 seconds as well, unfortunately for him. Although, as long as he actually gets classified at the end, he will be scoring points. And I'm pretty sure, yes, that is Illyrian once again. I think he's done that 3 times now. Once again going into the barrier and ripping apart his front wing. That is going to be incredibly expensive for the team to repair. At least he gives away nicely to the other cars, as Techno Z has also retired. I would not be surprised if Illyrian was to also retire now. Yep, 10-second time penalty. That is usually a sign of when somebody retires. Although it seems like, yes, exactly, he has retired. So that is him out of the race as well. Spanter is basically directly behind Ryan now. He's simply pushing him through this section of the track. He's gonna go down the inside of this corner. There's a bit of wheel banging, but Banter has got the position. As Banter's cut the corner a bit and Ryan has locked his rears, that will invite Tom as Ryan and Banter has come together, and that is front wing damage for Ryan and a reset to track for Banter. Banter also with front wing damage. Both Ryan and Banter will have to box. Although both Ryan and Banter choose to not pit. And they will both now struggle for grip. Although Banter seemingly coming off better with front wing compared to Ryan. I wonder if they're gonna have a little bit of a fight again. As Ryan has overestimated the corner and simply just ran wide and slid as well there. Yeah, I'm not sure that Ryan can stay out till the end. Although it does not look like Banter can either. They are seemingly both struggling for breath. Although I think this might have just been an intentional action from Banter to let Ryan pass. As obviously, as the up is going to be gaining on both of them. And he will basically have a free position. As Banter just took out Ryan, and that is a safety car deployed. That is not how you're supposed to race, and that is fully intentional. But of course, with a safety car now, everybody is going to be bunched up once again. And everybody will most likely go onto the softs for the last 10 laps. As obviously everybody is now into the pit lane for a new front wing. No, not front wing, I'm sorry, new tires. As that will save He's control Tom's race a bit because now he can service 10 second, and luckily for him, he does not have a teammate that he's holding up with this. Yeah, Peace Control Tom only lost one position now to Wildstorm. Alright, we now have Wolsey leading ahead of Melon, Jamie, Wildstorm, Tom, Asviabst, Mr. Mine, Leo, Banter, and Focuser. All of them on new tires, but of course, not all of them have caught the safety car yet. Okay, so according to Jamie, Volcano is on used softs, and Melon on uh, on Melon on old, and Jamie is on new, according to Jamie. But of course, with only one quali lap on the tire, it is not gonna matter too much, as long as they got the restart done well, and there's not too much chaos happening. With 6 laps to go, this is basically a sprint to the end, as Banter actually went onto mediums for some reason. I'm guessing he ran out of softs. Now Volsey is gonna start. Is gonna lead behind the safety car. Focuser does have a drive-through, which means he's not going to be anywhere. So is Banter with his 3 seconds, and obviously there's going to be a penalty for the takeout. As they are readying to start the race once again. Melon is going full throttle. Volty is going full throttle. Melon was a bit sleepy there, which means Jamie might have a say about something. Yes, he will. He dives down the inside of Melon, although Melon will fight back, I think. They go side by side through this carousel type corner, but Melon comes out ahead. Although that is the perfect restart for Volty, who is already almost a second away from Melon. Exactly what he needed. Spanter is also getting past Focuser, although both of them are basically out of the contention already. As Leo is now getting past Mr. Mine, he pushed him wide a bit, but he did in fact get past him. And that brings him up into P7. It seems like Jamie can't quite go the pace that Volty can, and he is falling back a bit. Although I'm pretty sure DRS will be enabled next lap. No, it's already enabled this lap, which is gonna give Melon the advantage once again. Yes, it is, and you can see how he instantly used that to get a 110.66. And that is him only 4 tenths back now from taking the lead from Volty, who has basically been leading the entire time now. He might have it taken away in the final 3 laps here. Although, of course, even if Melon gets past, it is not a guarantee for the win. As Volty is going full defensive mode on Melon, but Melon is past Volty now, and that makes Volty go down into P2. Question is just, can he keep up with him now, or will he lose out? As Mr. Mine has also just overtaken SV Arps, who's seemingly made a mistake of some sort. As for now, Volty is sticking with Melon. For now, he has the DRS. For now, he can keep the fight up. Question is just, is he going to be able to do that on the last lap of the race? Is he going to get past? Will he win? As Leo has also just gotten past Hotstorm. Yes, Volsey run quite wide there as well. You can see that he does not have the same amount of grip that Melon has, of course, while Melon is in the lead. Melon might be able to win this one here. If he just keeps it within track limits, doesn't make a mistake, and uses his battery well. You can really see Melon has the most battery out of everybody here. And that will basically decide it already. Because Wolsey can't catch up to him. And it is the final lap of the race. If he can't overtake here, at least on the second straight, he's not going to overtake anywhere. As now basically the last possible opportunity for Wolsey to do anything against another Melon victory. And he obviously just does not have enough ERS left. So, going through the last corner now, it is gonna be Melon that wins round 10 in Zandvoort. Melon P1, P2 goes to Balsy, P3 to Jamie, P4 will go to Leo, as there's gonna be a photo finish behind him, although there's a big crash in the back as well, with Tom finishing P5, P6 goes to Mr. Mine, P7 Wallstorm, who had a great race until the last lap, basically, where he could have gotten P4. But he ended up to be in P7. Yes, it is Melon on top of the podium, alongside Malty and Jamie. So now we have the final classification for now. It is Melon ahead of Volsey, Jamie, Leo, Tom, Mr. Mine, Wildstorm, SV Upst, Banter, Focuser, Ryan, Illyrian, Technology. First DNF is Ryan, Illyrian, Technology, Sean, TBH, Ryan, Joseph, and Poutwan. Thank you for watching. And that was the stream. Bye bye.